I am 2 seconds away from screaming into this latte.
Oh boy, that bad? What did Mark do now?
It is not what he did, it is what he did not do again. The trash can was literally overflowing this morning. The lid would not even close.
Let me guess. You took it out.
Of course I took it out. If I do not do it, nobody will. But I was furious while I was doing it. So when he finally walked into the kitchen half asleep, I snapped. I said, "How hard is it to see that the trash is full? Do you just enjoy living in filth?"
Ouch. And how did that go over?
Terrible, obviously. He rolled his eyes, grabbed a coffee, and said, "God, stop nagging me. I was literally just about to do it." Nagging. I hate that word so much. It makes my blood boil.
It is definitely a trigger word. It immediately shuts everything down.
But it feels like that is the only role I have left in this relationship. I am the household manager, the reminder chief. If I don't tell him to buy milk, we drink black coffee. If I don't remind him his mom's birthday is coming up, he forgets. I feel like I am his mother, not his romantic partner. And let me tell you, feeling like your boyfriend's mom is the least sexy feeling in the world.
That sounds incredibly draining. You are carrying the entire mental load for the house.
I am. And the worst part is, when I finally break down and ask for help, I become the villain because of how I ask. He says I am attacking him. But I only attack because I have already asked nicely 3 times in my head before I ever say anything out loud. I feel completely stuck in this loop where I am angry, he is defensive, and nothing actually gets changed unless I just do it myself.
I hear you. It is miserable to feel like you have to supervise another adult. But can I ask a tough question about that loop you mentioned?
I guess so, as long as you don't tell me I need to just relax more.
No, definitely not that. But I want to look at what happens right before you snap. When you see the overflowing trash, what is the actual emotion you feel first, before the anger kicks in?
I don't know, just pure annoyance?
Dig deeper. If the trash doesn't go out or the milk doesn't get bought, what are you afraid will happen? That our house will be gross? That we won't have what we need? That things will fall apart? So, underneath the anger, there is anxiety. You are anxious that if you don't stay on top of everything, chaos will take over.
Well, yeah, because it feels like it is true.
Okay, hold on to that thought. Because I think this anxiety is actually the fuel for the whole dynamic you guys are stuck in. It's not just about him being lazy. It's a 2-person dance.
A 2-person dance? That implies I am leading him to be lazy. That feels pretty unfair considering I am the one doing all the work.
It is not about blame. It is about physics. In psychology, this is called the overfunctioning, underfunctioning dynamic. Think of a seesaw.
Okay, I am picturing a seesaw.
If you move all the way to the center and take all the weight, what happens to his side? It goes up in the air. His feet are dangling. He literally cannot get traction to help you because you are doing it all. The more you do, the less he does. The more you remind, the less he has to remember. So I am punishing myself? You are protecting yourself from anxiety, but you are accidentally training him to be passive. Why would he develop a system for remembering his mom's birthday if he knows you are the safety net? He has learned that if he waits long enough, you will just handle it.
Because he is an adult, he should just know.
Ideally, yes, but human nature follows the path of least resistance. By jumping in to save the day, taking out the trash, sending the texts, you are removing the natural consequences of his inaction. You are overfunctioning, so he is underfunctioning.
So I am enabling him. Great, now I feel even worse.
Don't beat yourself up. It is a common pattern. But think about this morning with the trash. You said you snapped at him. You asked if he enjoys living in filth.
I did. It was not my finest moment.
That is what relationship experts call a harsh startup. You started the conversation with an attack on his character. You implied he is dirty or lazy. Well, in that moment, he was acting lazy. Maybe, but when you attack someone's character, their brain goes into defense mode immediately. They stop listening to the request, which was take out the trash, and start defending their identity. That is why he rolled his eyes. He was not reacting to the trash, he was reacting to being called a slob.
Okay, that makes sense. I put him in a corner.
But I feel trapped. If I don't nag, and I don't do it myself, we just live in a dump. I don't see the third option.
The third option is the scary one. It requires you to step back and let some things fail so he can actually feel the weight of the household. And it requires you to change the script completely when you do speak up. Let things fail? You mean let the ants take over the kitchen? I mean, let the trash pile up until he notices it. But before you do that experiment, you have to have a conversation. You cannot just silently go on strike, or he will just think you're depressed. You need a new strategy for communication.
The new strategy starts with a soft startup. Instead of saying, you are lazy, you talk about your own feelings. You say, I feel incredibly overwhelmed when I come home to a messy kitchen because I cannot relax. I need your help to create a calm space.
I feel overwhelmed. It feels a bit vulnerable, like I am admitting I cannot handle it.
That is the point. When you are vulnerable, he does not need to defend himself. He can actually step up and be the hero. But here is the critical second part. You have to stop delegating tasks and start delegating ownership.
What is the difference?
Delegating a task is saying, please take out this bag right now. You are still the manager, he's just the helper. Delegating ownership is saying, from now on, you are the head of trash. You notice when it's full, you buy the bags, you take it to the curb. I am retiring from this department completely.
The head of trash. I like the sound of that, but honestly, I am terrified he will just let it pile up for a week.
He might at first, and this is where you have to be strong. You have to bite your tongue. If he does it differently than you, or if he waits until the bag is totally stuffed, you say nothing. You cannot micromanage his method if you want him to take responsibility.
So I have to choose between having it done my way or having a partner who actually shares the load.
Exactly. Control or connection. You cannot have both. If you treat him like an incapable child, he will act like one. But if you treat him like a capable man and give him the space to fail and fix it himself, he will eventually rise to the occasion.
Control or connection. That hits hard. I think I have been choosing control because it feels safer, but it's lonely.
It is incredibly lonely. So tonight, try the soft startup. Tell him you are drowning and you need him to take full ownership of something specific. Then step back, put your hands in your pockets, and let him handle it.
I can do that. Or at least I can try. I might have to text you if the trash smells, though.
Text me all you want. Just do not text him. Let him figure it out.
Deal. To the head of trash.
To the head of trash.